But during this downtime, a quick reminder that you can donate to the Video Game History Foundation, which is what we're doing the stream in support of, by typing !donate into the chat. That'll bring up a link, and you can go there to donate. The more we raise, the more giveaways game, right? we can do. Yeah, you did it. You found it.
This is one.
Yep, that's it. That's the only version.
You're not getting out of this that easily. You're not getting out of this that easily.
I appreciate that a lot, Matt.
But yeah, type !donate in the chat, and you can donate at the link provided.
Sorry.
You're interrupting my pitch here, Neil.
I'm
trying to do the thing.
Trying to save history.
You can also go to NintendoWorldReport.com and click on the Super Mario Farewell Tour image at the top of the site to enter in those giveaways so that you can win fun prizes throughout the course of the night. We have video games, we have maybe some amiibos left. I think that's what a lot of people have been grabbing. But we have a bunch of prizes to give away. So even if you haven't donated or can't donate, go ahead and sign up for those giveaways and get yourself some free stuff. Now you can talk, Neil.
Matt, if you can hear me, I want to enforce proportional representation for Condorcet polls, right?
I forget what that actually does.
Click it.
I mean, like, the music's pretty good.
Is that just the Pokemon theme song?
No, this predates Pokemon. How dare you?
But it sounds like the Pokemon theme song. The beginning to Gold or Silver.
Matt,
All
this
right,
game
so we're
came
gonna
out
watch.
last
We're
year.
gonna watch
Pokemon's
this
been
entire.
around since the 90s.
We're watching this like entire roll thing, right?
Did Pokemon rip off Fire Emblem?
A little bit.
This game came out in 2020. Ignore that.
Was someone playing a Pokemon music? Am I going crazy?
You're going crazy.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
I think it's just a similar sound font. The Game Boy and NES have very
I
similar.
swear that sounds just like the Gold and Silver. Now it doesn't anymore, but the beginning of it did.
Prince Marth! Princess Sheeta has alighted from Talus Castle.
I thought his name was
Sheeta,
Marge.
what's wrong?
What's wrong? Something happened?
Well, who's next?
Who's Sheeta?
I thought that was... Wait, who did Joe just read?
Marth. I'm
Why
Jagan.
were you so high-pitched?
Because that's
Haven't you ever seen the Fire Emblem OVA?
No!
No.
Haven't you
Why
played
would
Smash?
I?
Marth sounds exactly like that.
So who's Sheeta?
I'm actually the voice actor for Marth.
Who's
I
it
think
gonna
this is as far as we make it. We just sit on this screen for the rest of the...
be? Someone's gotta be
rest of
Sheeta.
the thing.
We'll be here for an hour.
Fine, I will be Sheeta.
Okay.
Princess Marth, what a relief! Talus Castle is under attack from the pirates of Galder. Oh god, there's more! After a fierce fight, they've taken the castle. I beg you, please save my father. Oh, good.
Don't worry, Sheeta! The brave knights of Altea stand ready! Pirates are no match for us unless one of them is played by Johnny Depp. Let's head back to the castle and rescue the king!
All right. Both vaguely different versions of Mickey Mouse.
What's the...
Neil, are we ranking which one we like the best?
How do
or
I...
which one we think
It is. I believe if you go there,
Wait, where's the link?
rank the 3D Mario games from your favorite to your least favorite. Also throw it in our
Fast forward
Slack chat.
settings.
It's favorite to least favorite.
Okay.
Eternally.
Now, Matt, you're not allowed to vote in this because it will crash the stream. So please do not vote.
It kind of will.
In this.
I can vote on my phone, I guess. But I have to play Fire Emblem. So, alright, so this is Kane. This must be Abel. This is Marth, Sheeta. That's Jagan. This is going to be Gordon. Yeah, Gordon. And what's this guy's name? Draug. Yeah, okay.
The character from Fire Emblem, from Tokyo Mirage is Sharp Effie.
I mean, most of these characters are in Sharp Effie.
No, they're from Sharp Effie.
Oh, okay.
I didn't stutter.
Okay. You're technically correct. By the way, Joe, I would like you to know that Navarre's voice in Sharp FE is literally the guy that they pulled from the OVA in the 90s. Do you want to know who that is?
Ooh.
Takahito Koyasu.
Am I supposed to know that now?
That's Dio.
Hell yes.
So who's the villager?
Who is the villager?
Y'all are a bunch of cowards.
It is good that you have to. That you have come, Prince Moth. Oh. Wait, sounds like we have volunteers.
That you have come, Prince Moth. But I need to remember. I have here 10,000 G that the village has gathered. Take it. Please use it to equip yourselves. Save this land from these rampaging pirates of Galder.
Okay, so I forgot
You sound
Mark
like
was
the
one that
mayor
has
from
to-
Mega Man 64.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can Sheeta reach these guys? Okay, yeah, Sheeta can reach this guy because I'd rather her take care of him because she can go over the.
This is the Super Mario, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Super
This
Mario
is
Brothers.
one of the lesser-known Mario games.
Okay.
But Nintendo having
That's not gonna kill.
I
Okay,
didn't
he
know
only
there
does
were
one thing.
pirates
We
in
can just
this game.
we can just leave Sheeta here.
We already got
Seen it?
seven respondents so far.
Yeah, I did. I put it back at the bottom of the chat just to keep it easily accessible.
So should I click on
So
this
go
on my
vote
phone?
in that.
I'll vote on this on my phone during the enemy turn.
I
okay,
don't know
so
if I find it
Drow
funnier
definitely
or
needs to move up.
like not that we can say Super Mario Tactics and then remember that that basically does exist now.
Weapon triangle's
Yeah.
not in
Yeah,
this game.
that's
so-
a real
Boy,
good
we
game.
We should play that instead.
Yeah, like Mario Rabbit.
okay.
I actually got it when they had that sale on it digitally.
Should I
Because I have it physically, and I never bought the Donkey Kong expansion.
should I
and
just
the-
abuse the game mechanics and use Jagan?
Yes.
Yes. If you have to ask, then the answer is yes.
So it's
One of those experienced dog characters who's really good at stuff at the start but gets no experience.
yes, but the benefit here is that we're only playing the start.
We're only playing for an hour.
I know this isn't gonna last, but it warms my dark heart that Galaxy 2 is in the back half of this poll right now.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got him.
Mario
Warms
Galaxy
my
2
dark
has
heart.
Oh, right, I have to manually end the turn. Okay. All right, I'm putting in my votes now.
Mario Galaxy 2 has the best 3D Mario song, so I won't hear this slander.
Okay, so I'll state again.
So is there any distinction between Wii U 3D World and Switch 3D World?
No,
Bowser's Fury.
no.
Okay.
It's just 3D World and Bowser's Fury is separate.
Yeah.
No, I still think Galaxy 2 is good. I believe I put it 7th or 8th on my list because I think that a lot of other 3D Marios are better.
We at some point we need to make a new top 3D Mario list for the YouTube channel because
Yeah,
ours
and put Bowser's
is now
Fury where it rightfully belongs.
yeah
Oh,
ours
no.
is now 2 games out of date. Though and our old list had Mario Sunshine at number 6, which is a crime.
Haha! Bowser's
Couple-
Fury's on top right now.
A couple of these choices
Good.
are hard.
Wait, really?
Bowser's Fury
It's like
is
5
a
hours long.
masterpiece. It's Star Fox 64 is 45 minutes. But if it doesn't matter how long the game is if it's like perfectly designed.
Yeah, okay.
Sayonara Wild Hearts is only an hour long, and that game.
Yeah.
is-
that
do you
game
want-
is incredible.
Is it okay if some are tied, or do I or am I
I
forced
mean,
to?
don't make
Yeah,
me.
yeah, you're
don't
not
make it-
Make everything.
Okay, so I can have ties.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also, you can tie in the poll.
Hey,
I don't know
Neil,
why
how
you
do
had to
we-
ask Neil about fashion, but
How do we raise our goal on Tiltify now that we're past 350?
I can do that. What
I-
should I raise it to?
500.
How about 530?
535.
Perfect.
There you go. And 35 cents.
Okay. All right.
And
So
somebody
if
better
we
donate
make
35
that
cents
goal-
right away.
okay,
If
let's
we make
see.
that goal, then we will have
So
made that
this-
goal.
So Sita's
Yes.
gonna kill this dude. So she'll go on this side.
For,
She'll be closer for
for
the
each
next
goal we
turn.
make, Neil will take off one article of
No.
Yep.
It's called strip donation,
We
and
talked about this, Neil, and you agreed.
I
You
did
signed-
not.
you signed a
So
piece
what
of
are we?
paper.
It's 535. Is what we're gonna.
And 35 cents.
Okay. 535.
He's like counting how many articles of clothing he can put on.
It's like putting
All right.
How
articles.
far
It
can
should be
Marth go?
updated.
it's like that one
It just
scene.
updated.
That one
Cool.
scene in Persona 5 where Ann puts on like every shirt she owns.
Oh man, Gordon is just gonna die on this level, isn't he? He can't
Oh,
attack
cool.
anyone.
It shows us what our
God,
original
Gordon,
goal
you're
was,
useless.
and then Matt, be
Dragon
quiet. I'm trying to talk about
taken
things
front
that aren't
line.
Fire Emblem. Alex, your camera's doing that thing again.
Alex was split in half.
Also, I
like
couldn't
Marks.
hear you when you talked. Are you
Why
muted?
does this look so much worse than the NES Switch service?
It's a
It looks-
feature, not a bug, is what I said.
It's more
Oh,
like
okay.
the Wii U BC
Is
for NES.
Because that's what it is, basically. It has that dark filter that the Wii U Virtual Console games have.
And you could pay to upgrade your games to that.
Weird.
And it's not. There's already a remake of this game that is way better. Like, there's no.
Yeah,
like,
but it's on
No, this
DS.
is-
DS isn't real.
I just loaded it up on the Wii U!
Yeah, the Wii U's also
I'm
not
normal.
real. How much more clear
Wait,
could I possibly
Well, like, also,
be?
like, watch this. Watch this. So I'm having. I don't know if this is Cain or Abel. It's one of them. But I have Cain/Abel running up here to this bandit. And I can choose attack. And I can choose which sword or javelin he's going to use. But I don't get any information on the enemy at all. I need to back out all the way and then go over here. See, what's he got? He's got an axe. Okay, there's no weapon triangle in this game, so it doesn't actually matter. But
Twitch still says that we're playing Sunshine, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Which-
I keep forgetting to change that.
Honestly, our viewer numbers might go down if we switch it to Fire Emblem, so I'd probably just leave it.
I don't know. It might be the opposite.
Well, they're gonna get here and be like, "Where do waifus?"
No, just change it to Super Marth Sunshine.
Super
Yeah,
Marthio.
Yes, Super Mario Brothers.
do you know about Camu's weapon that you can only find out if you read the manual?
What?
Brick wall.
What, like it's just hidden
Well,
in a weird
it's an
spot, or
ambitious
like it
game.
does it have some
It's a
way of
very
knowing that you read
ambitious-
the manual?
Super Marthio, Shadow Koopa, and the Coin of Light.
Did we talk about Drog yet?
What about Drog?
I just found out not too long ago that Drog is guard backwards.
Yeah. hmm His Japanese name is Doga, which
So
God,
That
a
makes
god
it
backwards.
worse.
well, no, that's how you would say the English word guard in Japanese backwards. Gado.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Interesting.
Someone, Cherry Goblin in the chat asked which Fire Emblem deserves a remake next, to which
Genealogy.
Fang DV said Genealogy.
It's genealogy.
Easy, which is it's just
Easy.
it's facts.
It's
Which one is that?
That's 4. That is the one. That is the second one for the Super Famicom. The first one for the Super Famicom that wasn't a remake. It is the. It's kind of like the holy
one that
grail of the
inspired Three
franchise. Yeah.
As
It-
well.
No,
It-
I'd like a sequel to Shadow Dragon, that one that like I think it may have come out in Japan.
Well, so that's the
Mystery of
thing.
the Emblem?
So yeah, Mystery of the Emblem. So they did already remake that one on DS, and they just didn't bring it over, and we're just never gonna get that one now because it's not like Japan needs another remake, and it's not like they're gonna localize a DS game out of
Give
nowhere.
it enough time.
The
Don't
only
have an
reason
anniversary.
this one got suddenly localized is because it's literally number 1. It is the first one. They're not gonna localize some random DS game out of nowhere,
Right.
and that just sucks because Mystery of the Emblem is really good.
Very similar reasoning for why Sorry Guys we're never getting Mother 3.
Oh yeah,
We're never getting
If-
Mother 3.
if
unless
Japan-
that game gets
I mean,
a ground up remake.
There's more reasons for why we're never getting Mother 3.
Well,
One of them
yeah.
is,
Well.
have you looked at what the context and story of Mother 3 is?
well, yeah.
That's not gonna play for a
If-
kid-friendly audience.
If Mother 3 gets a re-release of some form in Japan, if it gets a remaster, remake, whatever in Japan, I think we'll get it. But until that day comes, 0% chance.
They are not
Hey, what do you
going
mean,
to
like,
localize.
Mother
I think the
It's
chance for Mother
still-
3 was on Wii U Virtual Console, and that didn't happen, and now it's done.
Like Mother 3, like I know it's an old game now, but
Okay.
like it still came out like in 2006, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
just interesting to me that game like has the story that it has given the year it came out. Like I guess maybe it's a cultural thing, but And it
should-
Oh, John,
it
you're
should
not
be
gonna like
noted.
the poll.
Don't tell me. I'm waiting for the Bill Trinan approved version.
I'm
Should
not
be
gonna tell
noted.
you. It's
Yeah,
it's
dude,
not what I would
Mother
expect
3's
from Nintendo.
Mother 3's ending, like just story in general, just fantastic.
Oh
I
yeah,
would just- I would not
Mother
expect
3
it
I
from-
personally believe is one of the best RPGs ever.
Why can Gradivis heal?
I think
John,
Maybe
what do you
Mother
think of
3.
Mother 3?
The Mother franchise is never good, and
Mother 3 is the only good one,
is
actually.
only popular because people realized they couldn't play it for a long time and romanticized it.
Just like
and it
Star
was
Fox
never
2.
Actually good.
no.
Like-
See, that's the thing is,
Oh,
Just like Fire Emblem.
but see,
Yeah, just
John,
like Fire Emblem.
that's why Mother 3 is really good because
I'm under
Mother
no
3
illusions
actually
that this
does
game's
interesting
terrible.
things for the gameplay.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was. I mean, you definitely, because it's not out, it's romanticized, sure. But I don't know. I played the fan translation, and I thought the gameplay was really neat.
Yeah, no, like it actually. I mean, you are still not an RPG guy, so I don't expect you to go out and be like, "This is the greatest game ever." But
Right.
like, as far as like, I'll concede that
I'm gonna waste
especially Earthbound Beginnings, but Earthbound Beginnings and Earthbound, like the
Earthbound's
probably
a slog, man. I
Yeah.
I
played
hate
through that one. And
Earthbound
was
with
like, whoa.
every fiber of my being.
yeah,
Playing
like
that game for Smashed Pieces was
So, oh,
an ordeal.
I love
Okay, so-
the style of it. But
so real
the-
quick.
The writing's good.
combat in Earthbound is very basic JRPG.
Real-
Whereas Mother 3 actually does things.
I think
Real
having
quick,
grown
real
up
quick.
playing, like Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi, I enjoy RPGs when there is like an interactive element in the combat system, and Mother 3 has just enough of it where it's like, yeah, okay, I can get behind this.
So real quick in the chat, Vixie is bringing up the visual quality of this re-release, and just I don't know how much my capture card scaling is messing with it because it's not its full resolution. So just real quick, here it is, full resolution, not obstructed, just to get a full resolution look at it. I don't know if that makes it any better or worse, but
I mean, it still looks like a
the colors are still messed up.
garbage Wii U port. Yeah.
The colors are still
Yeah.
messed up.
Need scan lines.
Does it even have
Needs-
options for scan
Needs
lines?
screen curve.
I want like
I
a
think it does. In
No,
the,
it's just got normal and pixel perfect, and like normal doesn't, like normal's
Oh,
just
weird.
4x3.
like
Like that's
stretch
the
it.
only options it has, normal and pixel perfect.
Pixel perfect and Snyder mode.
Yeah, so there's nothing.
I read that Snyder wanted Justice League to be in black and white. Is that true?
Yeah, there's actually a version of that hitting HBO Max, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Snyder's strange.
Justice is gray.
He's really that one guy in your film class who just wants to be a contrarian for no reason.
I had a guy like
So-
that in
Doesn't
one of my
understand how his camera works.
Well, so I don't know if any of you guys read stuff by Film Crit Hulk. I love Film Crit Hulk, and he writes stuff on his Patreon that you don't have to pay to see it. And he wrote about the Snyder Cut, and he spent a lot of time of it talking about Zack Snyder as a person and how like you can kind of see his personal ideologies in his work in a way.
Oh yeah,
And
totally.
how strange and bizarre it is that like Snyder himself, like if you look at him in interviews and just the way that he talks, the way that he carries himself, he's a very optimistic and good-hearted guy. By all accounts, he seems like a pretty cool dude, and it's
yeah,
just
like
it's
everybody
strange.
who works with him generally is like Zack Snyder, like great guy, really nice, kind.
Yeah, and it's so strange that like his work, on the other hand, like is this grim dark edge stuff because
Yeah.
it's tough to reconcile that with the man.
Yeah, and it's consistent because it's even. I mean, you look at what he did with the Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League. It's even like if you look at his take on Watchmen or Sucker Punch or 300, or even Dawn of the Dead, and I mean, I'm actually kind of looking forward to the zombie shit that he's doing soon. Like, I'll check that out. His Dawn of the Dead remake was pretty good.
I like that movie. Yeah. I
Yeah,
do.
and I mean, I don't like everything that he's done.
That movie is the reason I sleep with my door closed. Real fact.
Jordan's in the chat, by the way.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
Jordan.
That scene at the beginning of the Dawn of the Dead remake, where the kid is like outside the door, and then she dashes in and kills one of them. Yeah, that straight up made me start like, I think I'm gonna close my door when I go to bed now.
The
But-
only movie
Yeah, I
that's
mean, like-
ever
like,
made
I
me do
think
that
some of
was
his
a movie
movies-
called Hush.
Oh
I
god.
think it was called Hush. The girl's blind, and there's a serial killer trying to kill her. No, she's deaf. Deaf. Yeah.
Oh, who just died?
deaf.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Hush. Hush.
Permadeath.
I
That one
wasn't,
freaked me out.
I wasn't paying enough attention. Who died? It's
Is
probably
it Kane?
one of my calves. Okay, either Kane or Abel. Abel died.
Does it matter?
No, Abel dying, that's canon. Here, let's get
Yeah.
Gordon to do literally anything. It's
I like how
probably
there are two characters.
probably gonna
named
die
after
next turn.
characters from the Bible, and then there's just a guy named Guard backwards.
So here's the thing about Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem. Okay, Gordon's gonna die, and he's gonna deserve it. We're just gonna leave him here. So the thing about Fire Emblem and like its naming conventions is that it has a ton of references to history, mythology, religion. It has a lot of stuff that goes really deep, and none of it means anything.
Yeah.
None of it means anything.
Yep.
They just think the names is cool.
Yeah.
Is that present? Is that in the Japanese version too, or is that just
Yes.
the localized?
They named one of the
version?
characters
Okay.
after me, so
I mean, like, there's a character in, I think she's in Sacred Stones. No, not Sacred Stones. Thracia, I think, named Lachesis. And Lachesis is one of the Greek fates. She is the one who, she measures the thread of life. And the character Lachesis in Fire Emblem, nothing to do with that at all. Absolutely nothing.
What a good series.
But you'd say like every character in Fire Emblem has a name based off of some sort of legendary figure.
Not every character, but a lot of them do.
All of them,
Like
most
Grog.
of them. Like
Yeah, Drog.
Xander.
Grog is a
Mar-
legendary figure.
Marth is also supposed
Just
to
the
be one.
point.
Marth is supposed to be Mars, but was transliterated into Marth for Smash Brothers, and then that's how he became popular, so they couldn't change it.
The translator had a list.
Something like that, yeah.
I kind
The
of hope
anime is
that's
after
actually
Mars.
reason. It's like the commercial where the guy's like trying to win $1 million, but like he just ate a bunch of peanut butter and the person.
Oh, also the official localizations don't even
Like,
realize the official localizations don't even realize some of the references that they're making, because that character I mentioned, Lachesis, the first time that she's from one of the Japan only games, so her game was never properly localized, but she did appear in like that Spot Pass DLC stuff in Awakening, and they translated her name as Rachesis.
Of course.
Nice.
Of course.
Is she
Then,
in, Heroes yet?
I think she is. Also, Skaha is in Heroes, who was previously known as Ulster. But there was something where like they mixed up two different characters in Awakening, and it stuck for a long time until the character got added to Heroes, so they fixed it. I don't know exactly the details. Yeah, Skaha's a whole thing. Marth might die.
It's like when they mixed up
Oh no, that's Kane.
Clyde and Blinky's name in Pac-Man.
Yeah, okay. Skaha / Ulster is only mentioned. That's part of the confusion, I think. Then, of course, there's all these other characters that like got named by fan translations for a long time, like Navarre. When you write out his name in Japanese, it's Nabaru. And of course, how do you make that English? Well, for a long time, we were like, we'll just call him Nabaru. And then the official English translation was like, he's Navarre. And then the official European translation was like, he's Nabarro. Two different localizations of the same game.
Beautiful.
Chariot Goblin says, is there a reason why this Fire Emblem game is going away? I can explain that. So this game is bad.
Oh.
You want to sell, and this is
summed it
okay.
up.
This is
So
100% serious.
This is what's called money.
Yes.
When you think that you're not going to be able to get something, you get rid of money.
There's a reason that like that 3D All Stars is $60, and this game is what, $5?
Well,
$6, thank
I'll
you.
show you.
So-
$6. Sorry,
Before we
I
get
shorted
into
it a
any of
dollar.
that, we have to.
My
They-
laptop is
$5.99.
right here. If you'll see what my laptop is on, it's actually the box for the collector's edition.
So
It's just
before
like
we
it
get
gives it that nice enough lift.
Perfect.
Wow.
That needs to be a quote.
Before we go any further in explaining why this game is going away, first we have to cover multi-level marketing schemes. So, I actually don't have a way to continue that.
I will say, like, look at this shit. This is awesome.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
that's
nice
actually
box.
cool. Oh, there's the Nintendo Power article too that they put into
Yeah.
it. Which, speaking of
Like,
Nintendo
look at
Power,
this.
if I may
There's
get
just
on
like
a
a little like crystal cartridge. It's so cool.
Does it
there's
fit
instruction
in a
manual.
NES?
I
Have
mean,
you tried putting it in?
Don't do
like,
that. You
I'm
might
not-
scratch it.
no?
If I may get on a quick
cares?
tangent though about Fire Emblem and Nintendo Power, back when Genealogy of the Holy War was first coming out in Japan, a couple people may know this story because I never shut up about it. But so Genealogy of the Holy War was coming out in Japan, and Fire Emblem had never been localized before. So they had this they had this article where they talked about it and how it starred Zigludo was how they translated Sigurd, and they said that the title of the game, which I will add, this is a legitimate translation of Genealogy of the Holy War. They called it Descent of Jihad.
Nice.
Good title. I like it.
I mean, Jihad is Holy War.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, no, it's-
it is a legitimate translation of Genealogy of the Holy War.
It is weird to have your English translation translate it out of English, but
Yeah.
it's not wrong.
Well, and
It should be called Descent of Crusade, though. Like,
Yeah.
that would be like, more proper English.
Yeah.
well, so it's weird because it's Descent. Because that's where genealogy comes. That comes from genealogy, which because they're like different generations, like literal generations, in that game is like a
So-
big thing. So
Lineage of the Crusade.
that could be a translation, yeah.
That's your title.
Yeah. If they do a remake, that would probably fit.
Not very often you.
Well, nowadays, genealogy of the Holy War is like the official translation.
But if they do
Although,
a
like-
remake, like Shadows of
nowadays
Valencia
Nintendo-
is a
Yeah, Shadows of
Nowadays,
Valencia
Nintendo
is a
doesn't care
guidance.
as much about religious imagery.
So, Joe, I agree
Yeah,
with
man.
you, but I also don't think they'd call a game Descent of Jihad.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying that
no, no,
genealogy
no,
of the
no, no,
Holy
no.
War would work fine because they remember Nintendo was so adamant about removing anything that could potentially be a religious symbol that they had Earthbound take out the red
how is
crosses
Gordon
on
alive?
the hospitals.
Gordon's supposed to be dead.
Which is
Yeah,
weird
that's
after
like-
what they've done with like early Zelda, or even Ocarina of Time Zelda.
Yeah.
They don't
Like,
like
the-
Fire Emblem games
the
still have different
hospitals-
names now. Like, isn't Three Houses called like Four Seasons or something in Japan?
Sort of. So in Japanese, Three Houses is called Fukasetsugetsu, which is not. It does not literally translate to Four Seasons, but it is a reference to a famous classical poem that, if you were to give it a liberal translation, the best way to do it is Four Seasons, because I believe a more literal translation would be summer, autumn, winter, spring. But obviously we wouldn't call it that, so we would call it Four Seasons.
Yeah.
And I have some notes for Treehouse, because I think Three Houses is a bad title. But you know what's a good title that they literally used for the special edition? Seasons of Warfare.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to say that there's 3 paths in the title as like a marketing thing.
There's 4.
But there's not 3 paths. There's 4.
There's 4.
5?
Yeah.
Well, with the
Yeah,
DLC,
but
there's
only-
5.
only
But
three
in
of-
the
only
base
3
game,
of those
there's
are
4.
houses.
There's 4, and they're based off of they're named after that poem.
Yeah.
Well, you know how much that makes me not want to play the game?
Jagan died,
Tell
by
me
the way.
I have to play through the game,
Oh, Jagan.
like 5 times.
Is Gordon
Sita's
still
gonna die.
alive?
Gordon is still alive. Sita's gonna die though.
Good.
It was going to be
Gordon's
called
the
Four
chosen
Seasons,
one.
but the hotel chain got involved and
It's actually
cut
it's
it.
going to be called the 5 Seasons.
Why
Yeah,
why didn't they
I'm in a
just?
phase game, and watching you
Also-
play it, I'm like,
DQB says, isn't one of the roots functionally similar to another until like the end? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Silver Snow and Verdant Wind are the exact same route until literally the last chapter.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's really
I-
clear. It's really clear that Silver Snow was written first. So if you chose Golden Deer, I'm sorry, you chose the one that was written in like 10 minutes at the end of development.
Which
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
sucks
it's a lot of
because
fun,
it's
though.
like
so frustrating.
it's one of the
because-
main characters, right? Cloud is like one of
I
the
s-
3 tent poles. Like Justin, he didn't know
Seed is
there
dead.
were 4 paths because there's 3 people on the box. It's called 3
I
houses.
Yeah.
I strongly believe that this game was supposed to have 2 routes.
Like I don't fault Justin because I was thinking the exact same thing, and then I played it and I was like, okay, what's
It
going
just
on
it
here?
annoys me because there's so much replaying the same shit over and over
Well, yeah,
again
that's why
to get to the good parts of that game. It's a good game. It's just that like, how many hours do you have to spend replaying the first half of the game?
Yeah, and it's like I say, I strongly believe that this game was originally made with 2 routes in mind, and that would be Azure Moon, the Blue Lions, and then one of the versions of Black Eagles. I'm not totally certain if they wanted Silver Snow or Crimson Flower, whether you side with Edelgard or side with the Church. Genuinely not sure which one was supposed to be the original one, but it's really clear that because Claude has nothing to do with the greater story of the game. Like Edelgard's
Yeah.
route and Dimitri's route are
He's
so
literally upside down on the
interconnected.
box.
So
He's
much
literally upside down.
there's so much interconnection between Edelgard and Dimitri in the story, and everything in this game is it revolves around those 2 characters. And Claude's thing is he just shows up, he ends racism, and then he leaves.
Yeah, and then also like having played it, just having
Classic
played
Fire
Azure
Emblem thing to
Moon,
do.
and
does the same thing.
Talking with you about it, Matt, it really frustrates me that apparently the Black Eagles story, whichever path you take, does not mirror the Blue Lions storyline.
Yeah.
It's not like you're seeing 2 different sides. You're seeing 2 completely separate like timelines.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do you have all of these plot elements set up that are never going to be resolved in either
Dimitri
one?
has
Like,
both his eyes. Yeah, it's crazy.
it's so dumb.
Well, there are
if it was originally like they were 2 paths, then maybe they did mirror each other originally, but I don't know. That was probably my biggest disappointment aside from like having to replay stuff. It's like it feels kind of pointless even when I do get to the good stuff because I know it doesn't actually like Edelgard. I didn't like her as a Blue Lions player, and then I was like, okay, but I'm excited to see her perspective of the story. Then you get to it and it's like, oh, this isn't her perspective. This is just her story that has nothing to do with it. It's bizarre to me, but
Oh, Drag's dead.
I wonder if Edelgard, like being able to join her, was actually a part of the original plan, because that's part of the story seems very rushed.
Yeah, it's Crimson Flower is definitely the route that got the short end of the budget stick.
Yeah.
Which I think sucks because Edelgard's my favorite character. I think that the most interesting character arc in the game is her whole thing with the idea that the Church is perpetuating this classism based on whether or not you were born with a crest. I think that is a really interesting direction that they took her character in, and it's my favorite story in the game, and it just sucks that it was such an afterthought.
Right.
Like I think Dimitri's route is also fantastic, and Dimitri is one of the greatest written characters in the franchise. So I'm happy to say that like the Blue Lions route, like you play that route, you get a complete story, and it's a great story. But
I still
really
felt like
I just
upset
wish
at
I
the
didn't
end
have to
after-
replay the same part over and over again.
yeah, but
Right.
it's like then I play the Golden Deer route, and it reuses so much of Blue Lions. Like not just part 1 that you have to replay for all 4 routes. Like literally part 2 reuses half the story, except now it doesn't make sense because Claude has no reason to be there.
Right. You would think it would have been that you have all the setup in the first chunk of the game, and then you pick your path at the time skip, and then
Well, you gotta get to
you-
know the characters first.
sure,
You
but
have
you
to, like-
spend all your time with them, and then you pick your path after that. I don't know, and then you go back after you beat that portion of the game. Like you'd think that the decision wouldn't be up front; it'd be at the halfway point.
I almost feel
and
like the
You go
perfect.
back.
I think the perfect way that this game could have been done better is you stick to that original 2 routes idea, but you make the choice at the part 1, part 2 split, and it's to either side with Edelgard against the Church, or side against her And then you get Dimitri's story with some shades of the church story in there. And Claude just gets to be as irrelevant to that story as he is to the real game.
I just don't like the idea of splits at all. It just adds too much game to Fire Emblem, in my opinion.
I can definitely agree with
really
you.
happen in a
I do
timeline.
think
We all
I do
jumped
think that
in at
there's
the same time.
multiple backhands to play is like worthwhile, even if not all of them are good. You can almost pose them as Elseworlds tales, which is kind of how they are. Like and I'll keep on bringing it up because the game keeps on making you do the same shit over and over again. But like my first time through that, like the first half of the game, really enjoyable, and then it was just the sinking realization as I got through that game where I was like, I'm just gonna have to do this 3 more times.
I forgot to visit the village and get Reese.
Oh no.
Left Reese behind.
I mean, you're only playing for
Rewind.
another 20 minutes.
That's true. Prince Marth, you have done well to make it here safely. You have my thanks.
Was Marth the only one that lived?
So you plan to... Gordon lived. So you plan to travel to Aurelis. In that case, though... in that case, though they are but few in number, my soldiers will join you. From Captain
That's his
Ogma
chair,
down.
Xander.
They are all brave warriors and should serve you well. That is not all. Heed me now.
I thought he was one of
the
the
best songs in the
cats.
franchise.
He's like,
As you travel through lands, you may find many who cannot tolerate the tyranny of Dollar. Some are hiding in villages, others have been taken prisoner, and some must work with the enemy. You must seek these people out and work together. Heed the call. The time has come. Set foot on your path, but be vigilant. You face many dangers.
To be continued.
and that was where that game ended.
If only.
Yeah.
Short game.
This
It
is
was mercifully short.
This is Anna, by the way. She appears in almost every Fire Emblem game. And
bad.
then in Awakening, they ruined her.
Oh, that's Anna. Wow, they've given her. A
How did
Why
they
did
ruin her in Awakening?
Okay, so
Fire Emblem
so Awakening didn't ruin her. Fates ruined her by doing Awakening again.
I mean,
Because
Fates ruined a lot of things.
yes, but so for me, the interesting thing about Anna is that she shows up in all these games, and she's a little different in each of them. But Awakening came up with this character for her that Fates then carried through 1-to-1 exactly the same, and then that's just what Anna's character has been since then. And in addition to that,
Like, she used to be more Sid-like.
The Anna in Three Houses is very different, though.
It's weird because she's.
but
I get the impression that she's kind of a main character in the mobile game, and like they're almost like using that as a narrative to why she's in all the other games, just because she's going through the dimensions. Not that it matters.
Right.
maybe, but also
my favorite portrayal of Anna is Sharp FE, where she's just somebody that works at the drugstore.
But also, Anna has my single least favorite voice actor in the entire voice acting industry.
Great.
So, there's that
Great.
too.
Who is it again? Is
Karen Strassman.
it? Yeah, I figured
Who-
that was the answer.
In addition to me never ever liking a single role she's ever been in, she's got some takes on Twitter.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So all of a sudden her face
Sure
is like
does.
this kind of.
Prince Marth,
Differently.
I'm Ogma,
She was-
a mercenary
she
of
was on
Talus. The king ordered me to join your forces. I brought along my 3 most trusted men. Welcome to Galdor, the port town that's been overrun by pirates. Pirates aren't all you'll have to worry about. We've spotted soldiers from Grust too. Keep your wits about you. So, in this chapter, we get introduced to some of the best characters. So this is Ogma, of course, alongside Board, Barst, and Cord. So Board and Cord, obviously the best characters in the game. They showed up actually. So Barst, Board, and Cord actually have a spirit. They share a spirit in Ultimate, Smash Ultimate. Look at their portraits. How do I bring up their portraits? Okay, so that's Board. That's Cord. And that's Barst.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, they're great.
Wait, go
I
back to
don't
Bart.
see. I don't know
yes,
why we're laughing.
board, and reposition.
This is we saw Ogma's a moment ago. Let's see Gordon. Okay, so later in the game you see this exact portrait slightly recolored, used for 2 other characters named Caesar and Rad. And
Is it rad with 1D or 2Ds?
2Ds. But so Fangs in the chat went on this whole like fictional tirade about how this happened, and it's a story of like this. It's your first day working at Intelligence Systems, and your boss comes in and he puts down a photo of Draug, and it's like, and he's like, for the love of God, I can't like write something about these characters because I'm so done with this. And it's Draug, who has the exact same portrait as, I forget his name. I think it's something with M. It's later in the game. And like you're like, sir, I don't understand. And your boss is like, wait, there's more. And he shows you Gordon and Caesar, and they're the same. And it's like, well, I guess they could be twins, 2 sets of twins. And then he puts down a picture of Rad, and you're like, Jesus, sir, like, I understand that there were sprite limitations at the time, but is every character just Caesar and the Radder Caesar? Your boss puts down a picture of bored Cord and Barst, tears rolling down his face as he says, yes. That was your last day working at Intelligence Systems.
That was amazing.
This game being the archetype for all other Fire Emblem games kind of like explains why there are so many like archetypal pairs of characters that you get.
There's a lot going on up here, and I don't want anything to do with any of it.
Well, you only have to put up with it for another 15 minutes.
There's a castle over there, over there. Yeah, well, it's like I've been saying, there's a better remake of this game already. It's on Wii U.
I appreciate that it exists.
Can I please switch to that and show you the difference?
You mean it's on DS?
No, that game's not going away. We're only allowed to play games that die tonight.
Yeah, that game went away a long time ago.
That's fair.
Actually, I guess you can get it on the Wii U.
Yeah, you can still buy it on the Wii U. Fire Emblem Kiwami, exactly.
Alright, but who's gonna do that?
That's why I'm sitting here I have this because I bought the collector's edition, which is it comes with that physical box. It comes with that physical box and that mock NES case. I bought the collector's edition for that physical thing, and I find value in that. This digital game, I cannot figure out who this is for.
It's for me. I wanted it.
like
it's for me.
Question answered.
This game was remade for DS, and that is available on Wii U Virtual Console, and it is better in every way. I cannot endorse playing this version.
But it's not the original, so it's not exactly the same game. So if you want to play the original, where see how the franchise actually started, not through a remake with enhancements and all that junk, you can play this game in English now. Which before,
yes, you can finally play a bad game in English.
Oh, I'm
what
happy
a sales pitch!
And you know what? When I don't know if it's
$6.
good or not, when Famicom Detective Clubs come out here, I'm gonna be happy I have a way to play those possibly.
Oh, I am unreasonably excited for both Famicom Detective Clubs.
While we're at it, let's bring Famicom Wars here in a special package. Let's do it.
Famicom Detective Wars.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, at least Famicom Detective Club has the decency of being a remake.
I would like to have both versions with it.
The third remake of that game, might I add, of those games, might I add.
Is that getting a physical release, or is it just digital?
I think only digital here, but I think Japan is physical.
Yeah, I think it's just digital here. Because I learned recently that those games were actually remade again for the Super Famicom, and we still didn't get them after that.
I do not think links are auto-deleted. You should be able to put down that picture of all the characters, all the portraits.
Yeah, I don't think we have it for links to be auto-deleted.
We probably should, but we don't.
I mean, that would certainly help with the spam bots that show up every once in a while. Do you want to buy followers? I can tell you some followers.
But yeah, you can take a look at that picture and see every portrait in Fire Emblem 1.
Tomorrow's gonna be weird. You just kind of wake up and you're like, well, that happened.
Wait, the detective games were released on GBA too? What?
Yeah, as part of the,
it's gonna be great when
I think they're
we find out that
part of the Famicom re-release series. When,
that this is all a hoax. Is
well, no, that
April
Famicom Detective Club
Fools.
is gonna stop being sold at the end of the year.
Gordon's dead.
Honestly, that sounds like, yeah, it'd be like in line of something they would do.
Why did you get Gordon
Remember
killed?
during
He's the
that
only
Game
one
Boy
that
series,
matters.
during the whole NES anniversary thing and Famicom anniversary, so they started re-releasing the games as separate cartridges for the platform.
Please forgive me. Oh, I didn't get to read that. Oh, it's Castor. He's here to replace Gordon because he's the same character.
No, Gordon's the one that matters. I don't want to talk to Castor.
We have Castor now. It doesn't matter.
Who cares about Castor?
Gordon's
I
the
don't
only
even
one
know
with
who
the
that
memorable
is.
quotes.
Is
Five
Gordon
That
in
was
Sharp
very
FE?
loud sound.
I forget. Is Gordon in Sharp FE?
I don't remember. Probably.
He's in the anime. That's all that matters.
I know what's his name is in Sharp FE, the guy that dies at the beginning of Mystery of the Emblem, and they reuse his name in Three Houses. Lorenz.
Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Oh, there's a lot of reused names in Fire Emblem. It's
there's a lot.
A
How do I
problem.
talk?
There's only one vape.
Oh, oh no, I had to talk to Castor with
there's only one
with
vague.
Sheeta. Sheeta's dead. Okay.
They should put him in Heroes.
Well, no.
They
There's
should put him in
actually
Smash.
no. There's
They should.
not a lot of reused names in Fire Emblem. For how many characters there are in Fire Emblem, there's shockingly few reused names.
Matt would probably be pretty upset if they used another Fire Emblem Awakening character in Smash Brothers.
Oh my god.
I don't think there's any risk of that, to be honest.
I hate what Sakurai has done to the Fire Emblem franchise.
Putting a Fire Emblem Awakening character in Smash. would
Sakurai-
upset Fire Emblem fans.
Sakurai
It's all I've
is
ever wanted.
Sakurai is single-handedly responsible for a large part of like why people hate Fire Emblem. Single-handedly his
Fire-
fault.
Fire Emblem characters are super fun to play as.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have fun with them.
Yeah, and I personally always. That's why I always take umbrage with people that are like they're just all Marth. It's like no, they're not.
They're really not.
Right,
So the- okay, so the-
There's a couple that are
doesn't
very
mean they're all
similar to
Marth.
Marth.
Like,
So,
you
like-
hate it less after you've kind of played through some of the Fire Emblem games. Like, turns out Fire Emblem's a really fun series. Like, I was not on board with how many Fire Emblem characters there were, and then I started playing the games. And I was like, it's kind of cool. Like, I know who these characters are now. It's kind of cool to see that they're a part of
Well,
this.
I know I like
A
you.
large.
I mean, it's
a
also
large,
like literal like so like yes, literally half of the Fire Emblem characters in Smash Brothers are clones of Marth to some extent. But also that means they took significantly less development resources.
Yeah.
And
Also,
like
You have-
here's the
Marth and
thing.
Roy were similar, and then what? It's Lucina and
Lucina is expressly an Echo Fighter of Marth, and Chrom
Yeah.
is expressly an Echo Fighter of Roy. And here's the
which is-
thing.
and they're kind of buried.
Let me tell you a thing. Fire Emblem fans don't actually like Roy. Roy sucks. And
No,
he-
Roy's my boy
Yeah.
now.
Roy made it into the Smash 4 DLC because Smash fans wanted him back.
Really?
No, like I totally
like, that-
understand
that would be
why Fire Emblem
something.
fans hate Roy. I just played a buttload of Roy in Melee. So
Well, yeah, he
that
also
was-
gameplay wise, he's better than Marth in Smash Brothers.
It's
Just
so
gotta
weird
straight
that
up.
like you cut a Fire Emblem character that people are whined about how much they
Yeah,
don't want.
it was a
Fire
different
Emblem
time.
character.
I remember a long time, but years ago, somebody we knew, we had to keep explaining because they kept saying like, why do people want Roy back? His game sucks. People don't like his game, and like multiple people were trying. His game apparently sucks so much that we are playing a different game
Yes.
for Roy in Smash Pieces.
Yeah.
Corrin was the weird one because I think Corrin was put in Smash before it came out. The Fates came out of Japan.
No,
when
so
No,
Fates
no.
was out in Japan. Roy was put in Smash before his game was out in Japan.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Marth's
Yeah.
dead.
We had to continuously explain to this person like Smash fans don't want Roy back because they like Roy's game. They want Roy
Yeah.
back because they like him in Melee.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Roy's game
I
is a
will say,
babysitting simulator.
I hate Fire Emblem Fates with a passion, but Corrin's real fun to play as.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Corrin's
well,
moveset's
Corrin's
incredible.
Yeah,
It's
with
one of
the dragon
probably the
lance stuff,
coolest
you know?
Smash Brothers, or the coolest Fire Emblem character to play in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like Corrin
I
actually
like
has the
Robin
best
now.
moveset.
Corrin was probably the most distinct when they came out. It's like,
Yeah.
wow,
And
it's
like
very neat.
I like
Yeah,
I
Violet and Robin are
literally
I
got
had no idea who that character was when the trailer
Robin is
happened.
awesome.
I was like, "Is this a Fire Emblem character?" Because I thought I knew all the Fire Emblem characters.
like I literally got booed on stage at PAX for trying to defend Byleth, but Byleth also has a really good moveset.
Yeah,
Like
Byleth is awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
like I really do not think it is fair to talk about the 4 Marths, because clones take less development time. We know that. And Smash Ultimate was the everyone is here game. That's the point. No one complains about Young Link. No one like, we got Young Link and Toon Link. Choose one.
You better not complain about drinking the milk, man.
But that's my point. It's the everyone is here game, and Smash fans are the ones that wanted Crom.
A big problem with Smash in general is that they take a popular game and then they only bring in the main character. And with Fire Emblem, that doesn't work because all the main characters are kind of based off of Marth. The interesting characters are the other ones.
By the way, Marth's dead, which is where we finish these games, of course. So.
Yeah,
where all the tacticians are the most interesting characters.
Well, most of the games don't even have tacticians. The thing is that Fire Emblem takes place like in different canons, like different continuities. So it's not as simple as saying, well, we got Mario in the first game, so the Mario franchise is good. Like, a new Fire Emblem game comes out and it's not represented in Smash at all. There is an entire continuity in Fire Emblem that it still has 0 representation in Smash whatsoever.
And it probably never will, to be perfectly honest.
Probably never will.
That Lynn is still an assist trophy after all these years.
Oh, don't worry. Smash fans would find a way to complain.
Yeah, like, I know that one. She's been my assist for the past 10 years.
I mean, it's
gotten
to the point.
Genealogy in Thracia is the one that's not represented in Smash whatsoever, outside of like spirits.
Or Magvel.
People try to
Sacred
scream.
Stones.
Oh, I forgot Magvel. You're right.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Like it's gotten to the point where people, like, if a character is holding a sword, Smash fans are like, it's just Marth again, because none of them have any idea.
Varied.
No, here's the thing.
There were people saying that about Pyrrha and Mithra,
No, here's the thing. I like watching some reaction videos for Smash Brothers announcements, because it's cool to like relive the moment and see people get excited. And for the Simon Belmont one, I saw a reaction video where it's like the trailer opens and you see a castle, and the guy goes, "It's another fucking Fire Emblem character."
Because Fire Emblem's the only series with castles. No other castles.
That is their Smash
Hyrule
game.
Castle. Ah, yes, the land.
Oh my god! Until like Fire Emblem got such a raw deal when it comes to stages.
No, the Fire Emblem stages in Smash are terrible. The Garrick Mach is the first good one. It's the first good one. Castle Siege literally isn't a Fire Emblem stage.
Oh yeah,
it literally has nothing from Fire Emblem. It's just the idea of a Fire Emblem.
It has a castle.
It has
a conceptual.
Maybe that's why that guy got so mad at the castle in Simon's trailer, because that's all he knows about Fire Emblem. Like, I see people, like, you look at the flag that's on that stage. It's not from any Fire Emblem game. People are like, oh, that's the Black Knight in the background. No, it doesn't look anything like the Black Knight.
Maybe they didn't have the rights when they were making that stage. They're like, we can't fully commit to this, so just make something kind of medievally.
It's like setting your Mario stage like at a construction site or something. Like, yeah, I mean, his game was like.
I mean, that stage does exist. That's
because I think my personal theory as to why that happened is that was Castle Siege was pre-Awakening, and like,
right.
Why would they put so much effort into into representing a game that is only like popular in Japan and nowhere else? And then they started to get better post-Awakening, but they were still like, super generic.
Marth and Roy's stage in Melee was what? The Zelda 2 temple?
Yeah. Well, because they like, I think they were like no. Well,
yeah, I mean, that was a step up.
Arcanea was planned to be a stage, but it was cut from the game.
There was an alternate.
Aren't there some stages that are more from Subspace Emissary? Like Skyworld, the Kid Icarus stage. Is that really representative of Kid Icarus, or is that more just Subspace?
I'm pretty sure Subspace Emissary is the first canonical game in the Kid Icarus timeline.
Yeah, it's canon. Palutena's guidance in Ultimate strongly implies that Subspace Emissary is canon with Uprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would fit with Uprising's can. I mean,
You know, when I said something
Yeah.
sad, when I was a kid and I played Subspace Emissary, I thought that Pit and Palatine and all that, I thought that those characters were like made for Subspace Emissary. and I
They
thought
They might as
Yeah.
well have been.
yeah.
Because
Pepper's
guess
like,
what?
these are mine.
Kid Icarus is a bad game, and nobody remembered it
No,
for
but
a
the
reason.
Game Boy one's good. You shut
I
your mouth.
liked the Game Boy one.
Oh yeah, the Game Boy one's
Yeah, but
incredible.
the Game Boy one only came out here.
That's true. It's
Right.
not a real game. But yeah,
No,
Fi-
canonical.
Monsters, right?
Fire Emblem is a raw deal. Fire Emblem is a raw deal in Smash Brothers, and like even Ike, who is my favorite Fire Emblem character. Well, he's not my favorite character, but like he's the main character in my favorite games. Like Sakurai said, like he made a moveset first and then chose the character. And like it doesn't fit Ike. It's a slow, heavy character. Ike has the highest speed in Path of Radiance.
Anyways, I hate to break out.
I know it's time for the next game.
Time to switch to Super Mario Galaxy.
It's time
Alright,
for
stop
But
talking about
why would
Fire
you do
Emblem.
that?